Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello, everybody. 1 second. Okay. My apologies. Thank you for kicking off the contributions. Well, like I said, peace and love to you. Peace and love to you as well. Thank you, Britt Witt. Said love what you do. Peace and love, Auntie Kendra. Thank you so much. And thank you, Frederick, for the flowers. I appreciate all of you. We're going to, and this is a call-in show. I didn't put it in the, I'm recognizing that I didn't put it in the title. Hold on. I'm not about to put it in the title or whatever, but I also needed to put my link up. Okay. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat for Mr. Morris, please. And thank you. I wanted to talk today about ruining your marriage. There was a clip, and I think it's a clip from some type of show, some type of maybe TV show or something. It seemed like a show. I don't know what show it was from or whatever. But it is necessary, I felt, to talk about this, especially on a call-in show day. Because too many women do this. Even sometimes when I have had some coaching that I've done, and I've run into this before, and had to bring awareness to it because it becomes habitual. So I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to show the clip that I'm talking about. I may let it run. Maybe I'll let it run twice so people can be aware of it. But it was also the comments. But okay.
How do I not understand you?
Perfect example. You feel that I need affection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more about being seen. You're so in with the boys and cooking, and I appreciate it all to the max. But I feel like I'm a ghost in the house.
And I feel like I'm a robot.
That I see, and I acknowledge that 100%.
That sounds meaningful.
That I'm a robot and that he feels like a ghost?
No.
I wish I could run it back before I got to what the therapist is saying, but I guess I'll let it finish and run again.
I heard Drew say that when you say he needs affection, you're not hearing him. That he's saying he feels like a ghost, like you don't see him.
I understand that.
Well, that you did not convey that. Your response was, and I'm a robot.
And that is an issue. It's always, but this. It's not, like,
it goes both ways.
So
how do I not understand you?
Perfect example. You feel that I need affection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more about being seen. You're so in with the boys and cooking, and I appreciate it all to the max. But I feel like I'm a ghost in the house.
And I feel like I'm a robot.
That I see, and I acknowledge that 100%.
That sounds meaningful.
That I'm a robot and that he feels like a ghost?
No. I heard Drew say that when you say he needs affection, you're not hearing him. That he's saying he feels like a ghost, like you don't see him.
I understand that.
Well, that you did not convey that. Your response was, and I'm a robot.
And that is an issue. It's always, but this. It's not, like,
it goes both ways.
Okay. So, you know what, as a matter of fact, let me go back to sharing because it really was the comments, right? This one said, I know I need therapy because he would have ticked me off talking about he doesn't feel seen. Do you do anything in the house in order for your presence to be appreciated when it's there and missed when it's not? That response got like over 1,000 replies. She's playing tit for tat. She won't give him what he needs until she get what she needs because she thinks she deserves her needs met more. The comments are wild. I hope everyone assuming what he, quote, doesn't do around the house seeks professional help and healing, because here is a licensed professional therapist clearly explaining that the point is she didn't even acknowledge what he said. Yet here you are assuming the circumstances and proving that you too don't listen or care at the same time. You couldn't make this stuff up. He's not helping her with the children. So instead of validating his feelings, she's resentful for the situation. I hope they can get clear communication. Maybe he should submerge himself in the daily life of the household. If you are not seen, then you are purposely hiding yourself away, probably coming home and going to the opposite side of the house to be alone instead of participating in family life. Don't ask if the kids need help. Get up and get involved. And then somebody said most of the comments here are doing exactly the same thing as the video. Okay. I wanted to point this out, not to go into marriage is not worth it and this and that, because that's not gonna resolve anything. I'm not even here to talk about whether or not these people are Black, which doesn't have anything to do with anything that I'm about to say, because I don't need Black faces on what I'm saying in order to drive the point that is necessary to be driven. The point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of females make this exact mistake. This mistake in communication. And it is consistently this type of communication that wears down and breaks down your marriage. Faulty, bad communication. Let me first say this. Just because you as a female sit quietly while he talks doesn't guarantee that you're not being disrespectful. It doesn't guarantee, certainly does not guarantee that you are listening to anything that he's actually saying. Just because you sat quietly while he finished and you didn't interrupt him while he was talking, because she didn't interrupt him necessarily while he was talking either. This was a clip depicting a man that was able to completely articulate what was going on with him. This is the emotionally intelligent man that y'all claim y'all want and that would be good for y'all in relationship and in marriage. But in point of fact, you are not, because men who are emotionally intelligent have the wherewithal to explain to you and articulate to you exactly what's going on with them and why it's happening to them. Why do they feel the way that they feel? Why do they have a certain perspective and outlook on the relationship? They can tell you what he's thinking and why he feel that way. He can point out things, the reasons why he feel that way. That is a part of emotional intelligence. But a lot of y'all cannot handle that. A man that is able to sit down and articulate what exactly is the issue. Y'all are only equipped to deal with two types of men. The first type of man is that he's so emotionally out of control that he really does not communicate very well to tell you what's happening. The only thing he does is get mad. And that getting mad could be him shutting down, not talking at all, getting really upset, having an argument with you, yelling. It can come in a lot of different ways. But you are ready to deal with that because that gives you the perfect opportunity to argue back, to yell, to raise your voice, to react to his reactions rather than deal with why he's acting the way that he is. And because he may be emotionally sort of out of control or just not articulate enough to really break down why he feel the way he feel or why he got upset or why he gets upset with you consistently, then you utilize that as a platform so that you can clown and do whatever that you're doing. The other type of men that you that you like to deal with is the man that doesn't say anything about anything. So you either want to argue with him or you don't want him to say nothing. But what you can't deal with is a man that can actually say what it is that he's doing, because if he can say exactly what's going on, then that makes you accountable. That is a level of him holding you accountable, because now you're going to have to deal with the issues and not deflect off of where you was yelling. Well, why you say it like that? Well, see, all of that is unnecessary. And it is in point of fact something that degrades the relationship, because if every time he come to you to say what is on his mind and what is on his chest and what is on his heart, you find a way to deflect, you find a way to move the goalposts, you find a way to get mad about it, you find a way to get upset, you find a way to cry, you find a way to shut down, and now you're not gonna talk. And now that shifts the focus to you, which is what she did in that clip. She shifted the focus to her feeling like a robot. Well, nobody was actually talking about that. And in point of fact, he acknowledged it. He was like, he acknowledged that before she said it. He said, you're all in with the house and the boys, and you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate what you do. I appreciate the value that you bring by holding down the fort. You hold down the family and the children, and you do all of this domesticated wifely stuff. I appreciate that is work. All right, that is work. That is emotional and mental work. Raising children. Let me say that. Being at home with your kids, because I was homeschooling and everything at one point. Being at home with those children is not always an easy task. Children wear you down emotionally and mentally. You be emotionally and mentally fatigued from them. Managing their emotions 100% of the time, regulating your own, handling outbursts or whatever it is that they doing at whatever age that they're doing stuff, whatever it is. That is not always some type of walk in the park. Because kids be ticking you off though. Like kids is not this easy thing all the time, because they kids. Kids be straight. You be ready to Bart Simpson choke. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go you gotta go in the other room sometime. Like, yeah, cause your daddy gonna come home to a scene. If I stay in the room with you, your daddy gonna be missing a kid, bro. He gonna be trying to figure out what happened. With that being said, most men don't have a problem acknowledging that rearing and raising children, when you are probably 80 to 90% the caregiver, you're the person that's there more than them physically. Because he's working, he doing whatever he doing. You might even be doing whatever you're doing. But especially the younger that they are, the more you're the primary caregiver. He can come in and let them be lap babies. You understand what I'm saying? He can come in the house and, ooh, he's so cute. Yeah, he ain't been cute all day. Put him down. I want to pick my baby up, man. Look here. If you knew the 2 bald head patches I got in the back of my head from pulling my own hair out with this one today, if you only knew. See what I'm saying? If you only knew. He can be a cute little look at them cheeks, y'all that when his daddy come in after he done drove you up the wall. And I have been in that position, and I've watched women be in a position that the kids may have driven her up the wall, but she don't allow them to do it to daddy. So by the time he roll in, listen, y'all gotta then simmer down or something. And y'all got rambunctious with me. I don't know what. I'm not gonna get into a child rearing rant because I'm telling y'all, the park used to be a best friend. We gonna run that energy out of you. You can drive me crazy. We gonna run that energy right on about you. Let you run on them slides and them swings and all that kind. Boy, you gonna be so tired. You ain't gonna have time to act a fool with me in the house. You gonna be so tired. So managing the children properly is actually a key to still being mentally and emotionally available to your husband. We getting around to it. Managing the children properly, managing the energy of it properly in the house is, and not allowing them to do you too dirty on the emotional front. Because when your husband comes home, you need enough energy mentally and emotionally to give to him. That is what you need. You need to be able to reserve that energy. A lot of mistake that women make, especially when they are mothers, you give all of your energy to your children. You're not supposed to do that. That is a short stint of time that you do that. You do that with newborns. You do that with newborns. Little bitty babies. They get every minute of your attention because you can't even sleep. You can't even sleep. Because he got to be able to get up for work in the morning. And you got to get up, feed, change the diaper, rock them back to sleep, burp them, all they got to put them back. They're not going to sleep all night. When they real little like that, they don't sleep all night. Because they be on a feeding schedule. They really on the feeding schedule that they, however you was eating when they was pregnant up until the time you birthed them, that's the feeding schedule that they actually on. So if you was up all night eating, just understand that you finna be up all night feeding them. until you regulate they feeding time and stuff like that. You regulate they feeding, and then they sleep get regulated. And then that's when it become a little bit more predictable. Might be able to get you some sleep at that point so you can have you some energy. Now, it seemed like I went on a tangent, but no, I did not. I'm speaking to her, trying to throw in she feels like a robot, and then him not being seen. She in the clip, the woman in the clip, was approaching it as if that was a competition and as if those two things were not related. The reason she sidestepped accountability there, and so did the women in the comment section, well, he's not doing enough to be seen. That is not the argument. When somebody says be seen, they don't mean literally your eyes see them. They mean when somebody says I don't feel seen, that means they do not feel appreciated. That means they do not feel valued. They do not feel acknowledged. They do not feel as if anything that they contribute is worth anything to you. They don't get a thank you. They don't get a smile. They don't get a baby, I love you and appreciate you. Baby, you know, what you did there was such and such. You know, even if it wasn't nothing right then that was done. This is why you have to preserve your energy as a woman. So that when the kids get slowed down, you do your night routine with them, calm them down, put them to sleep. You're not so mentally exhausted and checked out that you check out from your husband because you're so ready to be replenished with some sleep. Instead of excluding him from your recuperation time, include him in your recuperation time. Include him. Include him. Your recuperation might be to sit back, you took a shower, a bath or something, calm yourself down. Get the kid stains off your clothes. Get yourself together, get yourself smelling good, nice. Yo calming down could be getting a snack and putting on a show. A TV show. Don't do that in spite of him or ignore him while he's there, because this is your time. You have to include him in the downtime, in the let downtime be something that y'all enjoy to do together. It relaxes you. He get relaxed because he got to decompress too. His day was whatever his day was, and there's a decompression time for him too. This is why when he come in from work, typically speaking, you don't let, especially if they little kids, you don't let them wear him down. Let them speak. Daddies like it when they come in and the little babies go, Daddy, because that's like the highlight of their day. It'd be the highlight of his day and all of that good stuff. Let them do that. Let them pick them up and whatever the coming in ritual is going to do. It's gonna be. There's always a thing that it's a thing that every family do, right? He may come in and play with them for a little bit. After that initial greeting, he get the kids to jump on him and, hey, daddy, that. Okay, let it happen. After a little while, come get them. They just excited. That's all. Come get them and say, Daddy will get you in a minute. Let daddy come on in and let him, take his clothes off and stuff like that. And then daddy will talk to you. Okay? But daddy love you. But let daddy, he gonna come back. He not gonna. He gonna come back. Come on. This is what you'll do for daddy. Did you draw that picture? Okay, when he come back out, you show daddy the picture. Whatever it is you gotta do. Get him out his face for the moment. He needs a decompression time. You kiss him. You hug him. You let him know, baby, I'm happy that you are home. Okay? He feels seen. Do not let your husband, especially for the women that have children, do not let your husband come in that house and y'all don't speak. Don't let him, you hear the key in the door. You don't make no effort to come out of the back or come out of and say, hey, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Let me take your bag. That is a conscious effort. That is not something that you do according to your emotions that day. I need women to understand that. That is not what you do according to your emotions that day or that moment. Let that be something you consciously do. Don't throw a, hey, baby, over your shoulder and he been gone 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. Don't do that. Because if you were gone or something like that, you want him to be excited when he see you. Don't let the routine make you not acknowledge it. It doesn't matter if this was something that he's supposed to do. He's supposed to go to work. He's supposed to provide for the family. He's supposed to do this. We know that. You supposed to cook. You supposed to raise children. You supposed to do follow what the system, order, and structure is. You supposed to be rearing the kids. It's a lot of what you supposed to do. Here's the thing about not valuing what people supposed to do just because, well, that's what you supposed to do. If I can't get appreciation from what I'm supposed to do, I don't want to hear no belly aching for what I ain't supposed to do. You understand what I'm talking about? Because we be on it, men and women be on it when something happened and you do something you ain't had no business doing, or you do something wrong. We all over it. You ain't got the kids ready. You ain't got you ain't like this and ain't like that. How's it? You all over it. If he do something he wasn't supposed to do, a bill lapsed or something, you mean to tell me you ain't pay, baby? You supposed to do. So when you do something wrong, we all over that. But fail to acknowledge when things is going right. It's the fact that we both doing what we supposed to do that's making it run smooth. So what you supposed to do doesn't have anything to do with getting acknowledgement for what you supposed to do. Because I can't get a cookie for what I'm doing right. I can't get no cookie for that. No cookies for that. I can get a lashing for if I ain't doing it, but I can't get a cookie for doing it. So if I don't do it, we're gonna have a problem. But if I do it, then ain't nothing to be said. It's almost like it ain't worth nothing. We can't do that to each other. And this is why I'm saying it, because she said robot as if him being a ghost in that house didn't have nothing to do. These were not separate things. She dodged accountability for it. She dodged accountability not only in that scene where she flipped it and made it about her. So he's doing all this explaining about why he doesn't feel seen, why he doesn't feel appreciated, which is essentially what he's saying, that he's not being acknowledged, that he's not being valued. And she got to talking about, well, I'm a robot, but he had already acknowledged the value in what she was trying to say made her feel like a robot. But what she didn't do was acknowledge it. First of all, baby, look that man in his face. See, this is what she was supposed to do. A hyena did what she did. Deflect. It ain't my fault. This is on you. The hyenas in the comment section did the same thing. I'm going to go to a commercial in a minute. But the hyena, the way a lioness operate in that situation, if you find yourself in that situation, first thing you need to do is turn to him and look that man in his eyeball. Grab his hand, hold it in your hands. And tell him, first of all, apologize and say what you apologizing for. I apologize for creating an environment in that home where you don't feel seen, acknowledged, or appreciated. I want you to know that I value everything that you have ever done for me personally, for this family, in this marriage, for our children. And I apologize to you for not doing everything in my power to make you see that or to make you feel that. From here on out, I will do a better job of making sure that you are not ignored and that you are not invisible in this house, because you're not invisible to me. I know we get into routines and I know that the days go by and I get absorbed in that, but that's no excuse. Don't make it about you. Stop making it about you. I'm going to go to commercial break and I'm going to go ahead and drop the link afterwards. I'm sorry. I'm so accustomed to running the show on my own. I really have to get it in my head that I do call-in shows on Friday. Don't even ask. But after these messages, we'll be right back, because I'm going to need everyone to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, so you don't have to go looking for it. If you are wanting to keep your skin looking its absolute best, silky smooth, moisturized, then you don't want to look any further than Ash Kicking. The name describes the products, because I guarantee you will not be ashy after using this wonderful body butter among the rest of their wonderful body care products. If this is going to be your first order, definitely go ahead and get your 10% discount using the promo code Crimson. All right. And listen, this is some awesome stuff. You know that I don't promote things that I don't like or just to be saying it. I got some of the ash kicking body butter, and this stuff is awesome. I'm still working on that jar. They fill it all the way up to the top, so you're not getting, gypped on, a half a jar or anything like that. It's smooth, it's silky, it's creamy, it absorbs well, and the smell is very, very awesome. It's long lasting moisturization. I am in love with it and going to continue to purchase their products. And I definitely recommend for you to do the same. So once again, go to ashkicking.com. The link is at the top of the chat and get your body butter. I don't know how many likes I need, but I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta go ahead and hit the like button. Let me get to some of these super chats. Thank you, Ro, for the super sticker. Thank you, Damien, for your contribution. How you doing? Thank you, Miss Veronica, for your super sticker as well. And thank you, Ines. I keep up the great work. I'm proud of you. Most High bless. Thank you so much, Ines. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Miss Kelly said, got some ash kicking and it's working great for my son. Great live, sis. Accountability in marriage is a must. Thank you so very much. I'm going to go ahead and post the link. And what I want to know is, ladies, if you are guilty of this type of communication, are you guilty of this type of communication? And do you realize just how damaging this actually is in your marriage? The other thing that I want to concentrate on, like I said before in the beginning, just being quiet and not interrupting him when he's talking doesn't mean that you're being respectful. And it also does not mean that you are listening to understand. If you're being quiet and let him finish, but then you're not acknowledging what he said, here is what you need not do. Stop responding. You know what? Stop responding to what you heard with your feelings. Stop responding to what you heard with your feelings. Just because what he said made you feel like, man, that is when women typically start deflecting and defending themselves. Did nobody attack you? Him saying what's going on with him in this relationship is not an attack. Even if it has to do with you and something that you are not doing properly, it's still not an attack. He's holding you accountable. What else is he supposed to do? Because y'all don't like when men go find other women. Well, he could have said something. Okay. Well, when he did say something, you deflected, moved the goalpost, you dismissed it, and discounted what he said. Anytime he was talking, you started responding to what your feelings heard, not what he said. Every woman is guilty of this, every single one of them. The difference is in your maturity as a woman, you got to swallow that emotional, that first emotional reaction to defend it. Stop. I've had to learn that the hard way. When I was younger, I had to learn that the hard way. The defending yourself. That is a form of deflection off of the issues, because now he got to deal with how what he said made you feel, and that is not what is being discussed right now. You handle your own emotional reaction. And the reason why I say every woman do this is because we can't help but have an initial emotional reaction. We're not going to have an initial logical reaction. We're going to have an initial emotional reaction. Things hit our emotions before they hit our logic. So we're going to feel some type of way. Especially if we could think about what he said and how we may have contributed to that, we gonna feel some type of way. What I'm trying to impress upon the lioness is that it doesn't matter that you feel some type of way. Because we'll talk about how you feel when the conversation is about how you feel. Right now, we're talking about his perspective on this relationship. You wanted to know what was bothering him. You wanted to know why he don't be talking. You wanted to know, why he just kind of go around the house and he don't really say nothing. You want to know. So now let's talk, because y'all always talking about how y'all want a man to tell y'all and open up to y'all and tell y'all the truth and Okay. When men do that, it is 9 times out of 10 not palatable to females, because we like to be right. We do not like to be viewed as the bad guy, as the one that did something wrong, the one that contributed to the negativity and all of that kind of stuff. And that is where you trying to defend yourself actually comes in. And that is where the conversation get derailed, because now it's about you. The point I'm trying to make is, do not make it about you. Right? So one of the ways to stop doing that is to stop responding to what you heard with your feelings. Also, stop responding to the scenario in your head. You've already decided that this particular premise or perspective of the argument, where you coming from, is what it is. If he tells you something different and that changes the premise of what's being discussed, let it be changed. Because if he's saying no, that's not what I said, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this, and this, or whatever. Take that. You don't have to be right. And this is one of the things that I talk about in coaching. This is also one of the things that I've discussed before in Patreon content, how to argue. Lionesses and lions got to know how to argue. And when I say you got to know how to argue, I don't mean you got to know how to bicker and backer and go back and forth and talk crap to each other. What I mean is you have to know how to get to conflict resolution. The point is to resolve a conflict, not go back and forth, be mad, now he mad, now you mad, now this and that, now y'all getting resentment towards one another. You don't like it when he talk, he don't like it when you talk. Everything is an attitude, everything is a problem. Y'all getting to a point where y'all can't even say simple stuff to each other, because why you say it like that, why you talking to me that way, and not everything bother you, because the underlying issue was never resolved. So now everything is a problem. Stuff that's not a problem now is a problem. Stuff that was happy 6 months ago, now you can't stand. The reason why I talk about conflict resolution is because there's no such thing as a marriage. I don't care what kind of lion and lioness you got. No such thing as a marriage without ever any contention, or without ever any disagreement, or without any you didn't see eye to eye with your husband or your wife. It's going to be that y'all are human beings. Y'all are human beings. He gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. He gonna do something wrong. You gonna do something wrong. He gonna tick you off. You gonna tick him off. Now that we got that out of the way, now let's deal with the resolution of the actual conflict, so we can move along with our lives and with our days. Stop interpreting what he said. Take what he said at face value. Especially if he's being very articulate and very clear. If he's not speaking in any ambiguous way, talking in circles and all that kind of stuff, if he says straight up, this is what it is, this is what's going on, da 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 da, stop interpreting it. Do not put an interpretation to that. Stop trying to figure out what he said this because of this, or he must have said that because of this thing. No, stop trying to figure out something else other than what was said. Just take what he said and deal with that. If there are some underlying things, they'll come out. What she did in that clip, what the women did in the comment section of that clip, is basically say anytime that a man has a negative experience in a relationship, it is his fault. So when he's not feeling loved, when he's not feeling respected, when he's not feeling appreciated, when he's not feeling acknowledged, this is his fault, not anything that you have contributed to. Even if you gotta ask specifically, what did I do? You can either ask that so you can get a more of a concrete idea of what it is that you are doing or not doing that is leading to this. Or you can ask, sometimes the solution is in that answer, but sometimes you can ask, what do you need from me? What do you need from me? What do you need from me to make this better, to rectify? I don't want you to feel like I don't love you and I don't respect you and I don't want you and that, I don't appreciate you and everything. I don't want you to feel like that. It hurts me to know that this is how you've been feeling. It hurts me to know that I have contributed to that. So now let me do the necessary corrections so that can be rectified. What do you need from me? Don't tell him what he needs to do differently in order to get a different reaction from you. That is not resolving it. It is, in point of fact, it is more of the same. It is more of, well, this is your fault. This is your problem. Basically, you're telling him that if he got a problem in the relationship, that's a personal problem. That ain't nothing to do with you. Now, on the flip side, when you come to him and tell him that you don't feel sexy, because now you got 3-4 kids, and it's easy for women to not feel sexy. If we age or we gain a couple of pounds or something like that, okay, that's an interesting one for women to lose. Time takes it from us. Time takes it from us. That's a biological function. Nothing nobody can do. You mess around and start seeing them gray hairs in your head. Because you want an emotionally intelligent man. You want him to pick up on the fact that you no longer feel sexy anymore because you're getting older. You know, your body might not be as tight as it used to be. You know, the mundane day-to-day routine that's not sexy. Feeding kids, getting up, homeschooling if that's what you do, working if that's what you do, cleaning up, cooking, making sure this is done, making sure that is done, making sure that's not sexy stuff, right? That's duty stuff. That's not sexy stuff. Easy for us to lose that part of ourselves because we get immersed in the duty. What I'm trying to let women know, I'm trying to draw your attention. His issue in the relationship is not a personal problem. Just like your issues is not a personal problem all the time. You be wanting him to make you feel sexy. You be wanting him to do that. Don't you? And you want that without you having to say so. When that's not necessarily all the time the case, because people are not mind readers. This is where finding some type of hobby or something like that do you good as a woman. You got to make some effort there. You can't be in sweats all day. I'm sorry. I know they're comfortable. If you're going to be in leisure clothes that day, go get some cute leisure clothes. Go to Shein. I got some cute little leisures. Go to Shein. Fashion Over, whatever. Go online. Get you some real cute little house leisure stuff. They got little cute little 2 pieces and little, you see what I'm saying? It ain't got to be a sweatshirt and sweatpants all the time. Another thing, ladies, ain't nobody worried about that fupa but you. Ain't nobody worried about that fupa but you. You worried about that fupa. And I ain't saying if you want to get rid of the fupa that there's a problem to do that. I'm just saying ain't nobody worried about that fupa but you. He know you got it. What is he, blind? He know that after 10 years and 15 years, your body ain't the same. He know that. He know that he see them stretch marks and tiger stripes. He see the fupa. He see all that. And you be wanting him to touch you and all that kind of stuff. You don't want him to touch the fupa. Newsflash, when you go to sleep, he grabs it. When you see your husband, when he was once a real jovial, come in, joke, laugh, and you begin to see the changes. He's more reserved, he's quiet, he's not as interactive when he comes in and things of that nature. It is up to you to be observant enough as a wife. You want him observant. You need to be observant enough, because men don't typically have the same kind of issue women have. We have the, oh, I don't feel sexy because I'm aging. Men have the, I don't feel seen because I've turned into a utility. That's the male part. Women have a trouble sometimes with, I don't feel sexy anymore. I'm aging. You got the kids, you got and all of that. Men have, I think I just turned into a utility. So now I don't feel seen and acknowledged anymore. I'm just the guy that does stuff. It is important to understand that the love doesn't necessarily have to go nowhere. It may need a rekindling of passion. So don't, if you see him not really responding how you try to get him into a little joke mood, and he's not doing it, now you gotta talk. Before you talk to him about how he feel, you gotta give him post-nut clarity for it. He cannot articulate it to you the way that it really is on his heart. Give him post-nut clarity. You heard what I said. Go take a shower. Wash the day off for you. Put you some cute little something on or nothing. Put you a little perfume on or something. Pull your hair out the ponytail. He laying in the bed, just exhausted. To get on top of him. And give him the affection that you want. Before you pull Mr. Man out his pants, kiss him. Men like that. He will not say that to you. Men like all of that. They like to be babied and pampered. They like that. Stop withholding that. You want it. So stop withholding it, not just sex. Stop withholding affection to him. He want to be touched too. He don't know that. He don't know that. He want to have you. He don't know he want that. He a man who been doing that all his life. He ain't nobody. He ain't had that since his mama did it and he was 7. Okay. Nobody in a man's life is doing that to him. You do it. You give him what nobody else will give him. He like all that poo-pooing and tutuing. He like that. He gonna sit there like he don't like it. He gonna be cheesing, toes wiggling. Then pull Mr. Man out his pants. Don't stop at the affection. Go on, get to stand on business. Do what you gotta do till your check engine light come on. I know your check engine light gonna come on. You do what you gotta do till your check engine light come on. Because that energy need to go. It need to go somewhere for him. He need sex work. Sex is therapeutic for both men and women, but it works differently for men than it do for women. We get poured into, their pouring. Give him somewhere to put his energy. You're the vessel. Give him somewhere to put his energy. Yes? Give him post-nut clarity and then talk to him. And then talk. After he get, if he don't fall asleep in the wet spot, you might even be able to talk to him a little while, a couple hours from then. He'll still have post-nut clarity. Now talk. His energy is not pent up anymore. You gave him a release for that. You gave him the endorphins got sent off in his brain. Whatever he was going to say might have came out with an attitude. Now it won't. Now, when he holding you and y'all, pillow talk about that. What's been going on, baby? What you mean? Because, they got to be stoic and, ain't nothing ever wrong with him and all that kind of stuff. Just don't even pay that no attention. You okay? Well, what you talking about? Because I've been noticing. You come in and, it ain't been yourself. It's been the last couple of weeks. When you laughing, I think the routine really got to us. You think so? Yeah, I've just been, I've been, it's been messing with me. Yeah. Is it work? Work is work. Is it me? Is it me? Ask him. Don't be scared. Is it me? Don't ask him if he's mad at you. He's not mad at you. He's going to say no. Ask him, is it me? Is there something I can do to help you? I want to help you. That make him feel seen because you noticed that he wasn't himself. You noticed it. And now you got to put on your big girl panties and take whatever he say after that. So with that being said, let me get to the rest. I think I had some more super chats or something. Jeremy, thank you so much. Peace be upon you. Thank you so much. Peace be upon you as well. Thank you, Steve, for just getting in. What up, everybody? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you so much, Mogul, for your contribution as well. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. I know I probably got some cash apps. Let me see. AY. I got MG, JJ twice. So thank you so much for you guys' contribution. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for all of your contributions and for being here. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.